The papyrus, put it on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try to hide it. No, I don't wanna lose it. And you say how it is, it's so inviting. The papyrus, we're all so alive. The papyrus.
Hello and welcome to Nigeria News Digest from the Papyrus TV. First, the headlines. Fayoshe files no case submission in 2.2 billion naira fraud trial, cites lack of evidence. Femi Falana slams proposed bill on compulsory voting as unconstitutional. El Rufai accuses judiciary of corruption, says justice in Nigeria now for sale. Peter Obi unlikely to join Atiku in 2027 ticket, says Habib Aruna. Pro-Wike PDP faction demands release of arrested activist in Bayelsa. INEC clears 15 candidates for 2025 Anambra governorship poll. NSCDC trains officers in sign language to boost intelligence inclusion. The details. Former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayoshe has urged the Federal High Court in Ikoyi, Lagos, to dismiss the 2.2 billion naira fraud case brought against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), insisting he has no case to answer. Fayoshe's legal team, led by senior advocates Kanu Agabi and Olalekan Ojo, submitted a no-case application before Justice Chukwujeku Aneke, arguing that the prosecution's case was built entirely on speculation. The EFCC had initially charged Fayoshe and Spotless Investment Limited in 2018, accusing them of benefiting from funds illicitly transferred from the Office of the National Security Advisor through Sylvan McNamara Limited, allegedly facilitated by Senator Musliu Obanikoro. The commission called 20 witnesses before closing its case on February 8, 2025. However, Obanikoro, a central witness, recanted much of his earlier testimony. He told the court under oath that the funds given to Fayoshe were from political donations and campaign activities and not from any illicit source. He also alleged he had been coerced during the EFCC investigation. Fayoshe's legal team argued that there was no direct evidence linking the former governor to the alleged fraudulent withdrawals, noting that the names Ayo on bank tellers were not proven to have been written by Fayoshe. Multiple bank officials, including Zenith Bank staff, testified that the funds processed were not flagged as suspicious. The EFCC's own investigation officer admitted under cross-examination that there was no record of any communication between Fayoshe and either Obanikoro or former NSA Sambo Dasuki. The defense also noted that a major alleged intermediary, Abiodun Agbele, was arrested arraigned. The court adjourned to July 10, 2025 to rule on the no-case submission. Meanwhile, human rights lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has condemned a bill proposing compulsory voting in Nigeria, calling it a blatant violation of the constitution. The bill, sponsored by House Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, seeks to penalize eligible voters who abstain from elections with a 100,000 naira fine or 6-month jail term. Falana, in a statement on Monday, May 19th, warned that such legislation is not only undemocratic but practically unenforceable. He cited constitutional provisions guaranteeing freedom of thought, privacy, and conscience, including Sections 37, Section 38, 77, subsection 2, 135, subsection 5, and 178, subsection 5, which allows citizens the right to abstain from voting without coercion. Referencing the 2001 Supreme Court ruling in Medical and Dental Practitioners versus Okonkwo, Falana argued that individual rights, including the right to refuse participation in state-sanctioned acts, must be protected. He also drew parallels with rulings that upheld Muslim students' rights to wear hijabs, reinforcing the judiciary's record of defending personal liberties. Falana urged lawmakers to withdraw the bill, emphasizing that compelling millions to vote under threat of punishment is neither feasible nor constitutional. Continuing, Former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has issued a damning critique of Nigeria's judiciary, describing it as riddled with corruption, bias, and delays that have eroded public trust. Speaking at the Nigerian Bar Association's Law Week in Abuja, El-Rufai warned that the justice system is increasingly perceived as serving the powerful, while ordinary citizens are denied fair hearings. He blamed forum shopping, abuse of ex parte orders, and the influence of wealth and political power for undermining judicial integrity. El-Rufai also called out members of the legal profession for enabling systemic abuse, urging a moral reckoning within the bar and bench. Our judiciary is under heavy scrutiny, and rightly so, he said. We must ask, is justice still blind or has it been bought? He lamented that executive interference often dictates outcomes, and the legal system now struggles under the weight of procedural bottlenecks and compromised ethics. His remarks have reignited a national conversation about judicial reform and accountability within Nigeria's justice system. In another development, veteran journalist and political analyst Habib Haruna has dismissed speculation that former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi could run as Atiku Abubakar's running mate in 2027, arguing that Atiku is now a liability to the People's Democratic Party, PDP. In an interview with News Central, Haruna described Atiku as a political burden and likened the PDP to a dead body that refuses to be buried. He said Obi has grown into a significant political force since the 2023 elections and would be ill-advised to align with a party that once sidelined him. Haruna encouraged Obi's camp to consider its options carefully, emphasizing Obi's popularity, political evolution, and appeal to young, socially engaged Nigerians. He warned that joining forces with Atiku would weaken Obi's credibility and jeopardize any momentum he has built since his departure from the PDP. Obi is PDP's only credible shot at revival, he added, but the damage to the party may already be beyond repair. Moving on, a faction of the People's Democratic Party in Bayelsa State, loyal to the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, has demanded the immediate release of Awudumu Raineth, an activist and PDP member allegedly arrested for accusing Governor Doye Diri of orchestrating gunfire at the pro-Wike rally last month. The group, in a statement by Acting Publicity Secretary Derry Alaswote Wright, condemned Raineth's arrest as politically motivated and threatened to initiate Governor Diri's expulsion from the party if she is not freed. Raineth, who heads the New Associates New Media Team, a group aligned with President Tinubu and Wike, was reportedly detained following a petition linked to her social media post. The Wike faction accused Diri of stifling dissent and weakening the PDP in preparation for a planned defection to the All Progressives Congress APC. They cited a pattern of repression, including the prior arrest of commentator John Idumange and the dismissal of 27 aides from Bayelsa East, as evidence of Diri's alleged authoritarianism. The group called on civil society and the public to defend democratic freedoms and resist political intimidation. Furthermore, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has published the names of 15 political parties and their candidates cleared to contest the November 8, 2025 Anambra State governorship election. The list was displayed at the Commission's state headquarters in Awka and includes heavyweights like incumbent Governor Chukwuma Soludo of the All Progressives Grand Alliance (APGA) and Nicholas Ukachukwu of the All Progressives Congress (APC). Others cleared include Mogalu George Nnadubem, Labour Party, Ezenwafo Jude, PDP, and Sir Paul Chukwuma, Young Progressives Party. The announcement confirms a crowded field, with participation from smaller parties like the Boot Party, Zenith Labour Party, and National Rescue Movement. INEC officials confirmed that the final list arrived from headquarters late Friday, May 16th, and was made public on Monday, 19th of May. Conclusively, in a bold move to enhance inclusivity and operational effectiveness, the Federal Capital Territory Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps NSCDC has concluded a pioneering 5-day training in sign language proficiency for its officers. Commandant Dr. Olushola Odumosu hailed the initiative as a groundbreaking step toward modern and citizen-centered policing. Facilitated in collaboration with Data Lead Africa Foundation, the training aims to bridge communication gaps between security personnel and the deaf community, improving access to justice and intelligence gathering. Odumosu said the program reflects a strategic investment in inclusivity and national security. He also revealed that deaf tech experts would soon be embedded in key units of the command to ensure continuity in sign language use. He credited Defense Minister Bello Matawalle for championing innovation in civil defense, stating, "The FCT command is not waiting for the future, we are creating it."
The papyrus, put it on my table every month. I don't want to